Now, can you stop what you're doing right now and give me some of your time? I know time is very precious, all right? But can you give me some of your time? Now, I know that some folks might be able to give me 5 minutes, some maybe 10, and some of you might be able to watch the entire video. And I am going to try to keep this under 15 minutes long. But this message, I believe, is very vital. It's thought provoking in a good way. And I believe that for a lot of you, this could be a key for you to begin your journey into entrepreneurship, starting your own business. Now, let me ask you a question. When you hear start your business, or when you think of business in general, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? A lot of folks, they say, it's kind of scary. It's a lot of responsibilities. And the way to look at business, looking back, is what they see looking forward. So a lot of folks, they will think it, feel it, but they will procrastinate week after week, month after month, year after year, even though they have a burning desire in their hearts to begin. But I'm kind of hopefully reassure you and let you know that once you don't have a fixed mind and you have an open mind, you may hear something that works for you, because as you and I know, there are many types of business, all right? And there are many ways to start a business. What if I told you you can start a strong business that can lead to retirement in not many years? All right? Who can lead that can lead to retirement, and you start with under $20. What if I told you that? And it is true. And I can prove it to you. Would you at least listen and see if it's a fit? Now, some things I say, if it doesn't make sense, I wouldn't do it. All right? If it doesn't make sense, why would you do it? But first, you have to listen long enough to know whether it makes sense. All right? Now, I pay attention to a certain degree when it comes to politics. I'm not sure if you do. And not just domestic politics, not just information from my own country. And I live here in the United States. I listen to international news, foreign news, right? And even though they all have their own spin and narrative that they want to convey, but I think it's a good approach to hear news from different perspective, right? Because that way you find a little more balance, all right? You're not just one-sidedly drawn into becoming just this a monolith kind of thinker, where you're only getting one side. And in our world, there are a lot of propaganda. Now, I'm not big on speaking politics, and I really don't do it on my channel, but politics do affect us, all right? And right now, across the world and across the United States, the effects of the current war is being felt deeply by many people who never thought they would be experiencing this right now. They never imagined it, they never dreamed it, all right? But here they are saying, what's going on with the prices of grocery? What's going on with the prices of gas and living expenses and taxes and their mortgage and rent and you name it. Everything is shooting up. Now, if you're paying attention to why things are increasing the way it is, then you know that we all are going to be affected. And before it gets better, it may get much worse. All right, there was a time some years ago, gas prices were $1.99. That fell high, and it got to two something. got to $2.99, and that felt high. Now it's over $4 in many places. And depending on what happens within the next few weeks, months, it could be up to $8, $9. Who knows? What are you doing to prepare yourself for what may happen business-wise? Because a lot of times people say, I can't afford this right now. But imagine if things get much more expensive, are you willing to make investment then? But let me give a quick story, and I'll tell you why you need to consider starting your own business. See, you have the business like the fast food restaurants, or maybe the salon, business like those. And sometimes to begin those businesses cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, or in the thousands, that many people really can't do. All right. And not only is it very costly, we're talking the obligation, all right, for this business, overhead, and dealing with payroll and different issues, tax issues, and all the issues that you have to be compliant, that you must stay on top of, plus your time. That's real. But here's the good news. Many folks don't want that model type business, right? A lot of folks went into real estate and they were doing well. Many years ago, there was a crash in 2008, 2009, which affected a whole lot of people, realistic wise. I mean, in the real estate area. I'm saying realistic. I'm saying real. No, in the real estate sector, a lot of folks didn't see it coming, and a lot of folks, they have not recovered, and there's some who are now trying to get their face back in that game. But I digress with that point. The point I'm trying to mention to you is that there are a much simpler way to begin a business. I've started a business and it was less than $20. And what really encouraged me to really share this business is the health aspect of it. I'm not that young anymore. I'm not 30 anymore. I'm not 25. All right? And the point is that how important is your health, my health? How important is that? And dealing with certain possible illnesses as you get older, what are you doing in preparation to combat it? All right? A lot of things that we face is because of poor health. Now, for the last 6 years, I've been a part of a movement, so to speak. And I've watched so many people pass away year after year. I'm like, wow, these folks are not much older than I am. They're not like 80, 90. They're some of them in their 40s and 50s, 60s, and 70s. I'm like, what's going on? Right? We all got to die at some point. We all got to go at some point. But my goodness, a lot of us is because of poor health. And the company that I'm thinking, they are giving you a chance to get the premium wellness products, premium at rock bottom prices. All right? I'm saying for those of you who might be thinking or considering maybe focusing more on your health, they have a free sign up where you can purchase some of the lowest products in the United States. All right? How important is that? I know companies right now who are offering, they say, the lowest cost products, but they have a membership that's attached to it. Now, you can compare apples to apples and see for yourself. And so we're in a time now where we can start a business. And the good thing is that this particular company has a very low entry fee, and they're doing something very different. Now, I'm gonna give you an example. Imagine I share it with one person. I share the business with one person, the opportunity. The person said yes. And by the person said yes, a pod was created. In that pod, over 30 something people landed. These people who landed in my pod were all members, not free members, paying members. That some of them, I'm sure they shop, they have a membership, and the company gives me commissions from the membership and when they shop. How powerful is that? Now, that's connective marketing. And that's the concept I mentioned to you on my last video that I want to kind of break down eventually. But this is just another addition to what I was saying. This company is giving you a fighting chance, not only if you're here in the United States, but overseas as well. All right? And wherever you are, you can get a piece of this action. How do you do that? In my description box. The links are there. The videos there to watch. They're not long, outlandish, and just, time consuming, because we understand that people sometimes need things in bite sizes. You determine how far you want to go based on your interest level, based on what you see, what you understand, and what you understand that's needed on your part. Now, the beauty is that this company pays you to start. All right? It pays you to start. You start in the green. All right? It pays you to stay. It gives you so many benefits. Off the bat. Let's start now. All right? And so, looking at times where we're now in a serious conflict in the world, and people are feeling the effects of it, and it's not pretty. And a lot of experts are saying, we're not sure how much better it's going to get in the future, but it seems like it's going to get much worse before it gets better. All right? Talks about, who knows, there may be another pandemic. Are we prepared for that? Are we prepared for those things? There's a video that I have. I'm going to post it in my description. And one product they say you want to make sure you have in your medicine cabinet at home with you. It's in that particular video. And I'm going to post it in my description. You can check it out. The point is that, folks, we are in very serious times, and you want to consider starting a business. But if you're thinking about the overhead, all those things, no worries. That's not an issue here. I started officially, I would say, when this business really launched of May of 26, May 1st of 2026. And from then till now, my cost is already covered, right? I have no overheads. I have no overheads to worry about. And packaging issue, all right? And storage issue. I don't deal with employees. I don't have to train, motivate anybody or manage anybody, all right? I share, I encourage, I may remind on my own time. There's no pressure trying to beat these quotas every week or bi-weekly or monthly, all right? And all I ask you to do is to click on the description box. I'm not a very techie guy, and as you can see, there's no major thumbnail to grab you here. But how many thumbnails have you watched coming in line and watching them, and it made you an extra income? How many of you watched that made it happen for you? So it's not really about all those things, the bells and whistles. It's about where you want to go. So if you're looking to start a business under 20 bucks, all right, with so much potential, with so much opportunity and a room for you to grow, click on the description box. Don't wait, do it now, folks. I'm excited. That's what's going on. I'm telling you, my email is there. Reach out to me. And I'm telling you, folks, I know you're going to be successful. I believe you. I believe in you. You take care and God bless.